What is up, guys? Dangles here, and today I'm coming at you guys with the first part of how to make a complex logo. So, first of all, what you want to start off with is obviously Photoshop. And just to set some things straight, I've done videos on this, but I surely wasn't as good or even like close to as good as I am now, so this should definitely be a lot better. And I'm just going to go more in depth with things. So, you're just going to start off with a new workspace, and you're going to change pixels to inches, and you're going to make it, I like 8 by 8. I'm just going to input that. Once you have it, double click that layer to unlock it, press OK, go down here, and you're just going to add a new layer. You go to this thing right here, and so now you're going to delete this layer right here. So now it's just a transparent layer. Anyways, so what you're going to do, you want to create your logo, and I'm going to create one for Jet, if that was a clan, and I'm not like too keen on going through the whole way of making it right now, but so I'm just going to look up a logo of a Jet and work from there. 2D Jet. I like that. So just drag it into Photoshop. And I'm just gonna delete the background. And one hint when making a logo, guys, is use the fonts. Like, fonts help. If you want to make like a letter or something, use the fonts. Don't try to make it from scratch. What's helpful with making logos is definitely using like the box tools and everything like that to sort of, like, if you use the box tool here and you fill it in with the color, and you could use that as like if you're making a box shapes and stuff like that. So use your box tool, use the freeform tool, everything, and always fill it in and create a new layer for it. And that's what really helps. So I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to color it black. Just for, oh god. Alright, so let's import this. There's my logo of a jet. Have it tilted that way. Make it a little bit smaller. And oh yeah. And I'm gonna have this in like a circle, so I'm gonna create another layer, go up here, click on it and go into elliptical marquee, and I'm gonna click and hold down shift. So it makes like a perfect looking circle. What the heck? Hold down shift. You gotta let go of that, and then you let go of shift. So let's just color this in. Copy the layer. Double click on the new one. And check mark color overlay. Command T to transform. And just downsize it. Hold down shift. And sort of center it. Now what you want to do, you want to go on this layer here, Control or Command, like make sure you're highlighted on this part, click, and it does this selection. So then you're going to go to the layer below it, which is where your ring's going to be created, and press delete. And you see how now there's a ring, so if I delete this layer, you have your circle. So just going to move this into there. And now I have my jet inside of a circle. Just gonna play around with it, see what looks best. Not like a crooked. Just make it a little bit smaller. No. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now what you want to do, you want to combine all of your layers. And so I'm going to go to merge layers. actually thinking if this would look better. I'm just gonna see something if I connect. Nah, I don't like that look. See if I cut it out like it's a semicircle. That would look cool. No. Just gonna undo everything. Okay, so you want to combine every layer in there that make up your logo. So now what you want to do, you want to do the same thing to select it. So Command or Control or Command on a Mac. I don't know what it is on a PC, but want to highlight over it and click it. Oops, and click it. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna highlight everything in it. And then you go up here to Paths, scroll down and click on this one, and it creates a work path. So once you have the work path created, you're going to go up to File, Export, Paths to Illustrator. Make sure this is checked off as work path. OK. And then you're going to title it to your desktop as Jet Logo, or whatever you want to title it as. So it's going to exit out of this. I don't need to save it. I'd suggest you guys should save it if it's a logo that you're actually making for a clan. And so now I have my AI file here. I don't know why I clicked on it, but now you want to open up Cinema 4D. That's important to have it if you want to make this 3D in-depth looking logo, and I'm sure most of you guys do have Cinema 4D. If you don't, please don't ask me to make you logos and stuff unless you want to pay for it, because it takes time away from my day and everything, and tedious to do. And so anyways, you're going to go to File, Open, and you're going to open up your Lightroom. So this is my Lightroom that I like to use. I'm just going to hide this. Okay, so you're going to go to File, Open, and you're going to open up your .ai file. Click OK. And so now what you want to do is you want to go up to here and go over to Extrude Nerves. You want to click and hold, and go over to Extrude Nerves. And then you drag your jet logo up to it so the arrow's facing downwards. You drop it in and just minimize this, and once you click on it, you're gonna highlight this hierarchical. Don't know what that really means. And now you can adjust the depth of it. So I'm gonna leave it at. Let me just play with. Yeah, that looks good. 58. But play around with it. So I'm gonna go up here, Command C or Control C, exit out of this. No, don't want to save it. Now you're going to paste it into here, so Command V. And center it up. And once you have it centered, just render it out, see what it looks like. Okay, looks pretty good. Now you could add your colors in. So I'm going to add it, make it blue. And trying to think. Yeah. And then so see how that looks. My dad's coming. I'm gonna pause it. Sorry about that. My dad came into my room, had to talk to me. So, anyways, once you have this, you want to go to File, No, sorry, what am I talking about? Just make sure the settings are on ambient occlusion, global illumination, and so, and then you go to save. You need to save the location of it. Make sure it's on alpha channel. Very important, and format's PNG. So you go to save it as something desktop, jet logo, whoa, 3D. It's early, and then just render it out with this button. So it shouldn't take too long for this logo because it's not very complex. Alright, so once you have that done, it should be set. Close out to Cinema 4D. Now you want to drag and drop into Photoshop. Drag and drop into Photoshop. Okay, so create a new canvas. 8x8. Oh, oops. I think this is set at 8x8. No. 8 inches by 8 inches. Make sure that's on layers. Command highlight over to select everything in the area. Command C. You're going to paste it into here. Command T to transform the size of it, holding down Shift so it keeps its like perspective and shape and everything. And now what's something cool I learned. So go to this layer, hold down Shift, go to the main layer, make sure you keep this one white. And then you're going to go up to the move tool. You're going to click here to center it there. Click here to center it there. So it's completely centered in your paper. Or not paper. Your layer. But what I always do, I always move it up. Because you want to put the name down below. So that's always a good spot to do. Alright, and what we're going to do, we're going to make the backing black. So, going to make it black. And then once you have that done, come up to this tool right here, selection tool, make a rectangle about that big. And create a new layer. Paste into the rectangle. Now what you're going to do, you're going to hide this layer. You have the rectangle here. You're going to go to the move tool. Move it up a little bit. It's a little bit showing down below there. And now what you're going to do, you want to double click on it. Go over to stroke. Now, so fill type, gradient. Okay, and now we're going to put that layer back on. As you can see, it's making outlines. But we want the gradient to be reflected. We're going to check the reverse here. So, since it's light blue, no. Trying to think. Yeah, this looks good. It actually looks perfectly fine. Command T to transform it and just try to shrink it down a little bit. That should be good. But yeah, so this is like the first part of the tutorial. Gonna have 2 more parts to it. Maybe 1 more if I could fit it in, but that should be uploaded tomorrow or maybe even later today. I'm not sure. But thank you guys for watching. This is Dangles. I'm out. See you guys.